Eyebrows on fleek. The fuck?
Never waste no time, never let you go. I'ma be like Usher, give it to you nice and slow. All the girls around the world got nothing on you. You know you got it, girl. You got it. I want you to follow me, follow me, follow me.
Hey kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel, I do call my lovely family kings and queens because you should be addressed as none other than royalty, period. If you want to go ahead and join the loyal royal fam, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and you'll be a part of the family. Like, we need you. I'm gonna give you a few seconds. You did it? Okay. You probably didn't, or you probably did, but we're gonna keep moving on with the video anyways. Hey guys, so I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I uploaded a video, but I haven't been really feeling, you know, my full self. Right now I got this box of tissues next to me. I just got a little stuffy nose action. So today I just was like, you know what, I am not gonna wait any longer to update you guys with a video. Today is none other than the 2020 eyebrow tutorial. Okay, y'all love my eyebrow tutorials. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I go from this to like actually having somewhat of a, you know, a good brow. Just a quick little thing before we get into the eyebrow tutorial. I just want to go ahead and talk about these lash extensions. I was so grateful to be able to be graced by this lovely lady. So if you're in the Orlando, Florida area and you want some like really nice lash extensions, y'all hit her up. Her name is _the_lash_bee on Instagram. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put a few pictures of her work. I don't like lashes that are like way too long and dramatic and like hit your eyebrows. I just like something very natural and light, and that's what she did for me. They're super cute. Go ahead and, you know, show her some love, follow her Instagram page, and book your appointments. Like, yes ma'am. So you guys already know that the products that I like to use are very, very affordable, very, very cheap. Nothing that's like, you know, over $6. Like it's very, very affordable. So what I like to use is the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner pencil. These are literally $1. This is in the shade Simma Brown. You can also use the dark brown shade, but I like Simma Brown. You could use your Tarte Shape Tape. You could use your Anastasia Beverly Hill. I don't care. It's whatever you want. I like to go ahead and just use my affordable LA Girl Pro concealer. And I use the shades Beautiful Bronze and Toffee. A spoolie brush. Very, very important for one of the critical steps. And you're also going to need a concealer brush. It is going to be to carve out your eyebrows. And you're also going to need a slanted brush, which is the last one right here, this black one at the bottom. Also, it's like an extra thing that I always do. I always like add some, whatchamacallit, this liquid black liner on top of my brows. So this is just for like when I want to be extra and I want my eyebrows to pop. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in to the steps on how I get these eyebrows nice and slayed. We all know the struggle of having really sparse, thin eyebrows. That's just me. I was born with them. It ain't never gonna change. First and foremost, I just like to make sure that they're nice and brushed out and groomed. It is very much you know, kind of bald, but basically what I always like to say to everyone when you are learning how to do your eyebrows, definitely just make sure your eyebrows are groomed. Like I said, I'm gonna be starting from the bottom. I always start from the bottom. I start from the middle section, so this right here. I basically just take my little pencil and I just draw a line all the way back there, and then I go back to the front. Y'all see the line here? Yes, it looks very much like it's about to, you know, interconnect. Once I have that line on this side, then I switch over to this side and I do the exact same thing. Go all the way back just to like where the peak of your eyebrow would be. I go to that point and then I go back to the front. With these steps, you just definitely want to make sure that the lines are even. So if you see that they're not even or something, then just go ahead and like drag it out or shorten it, whatever you need to do to make sure that they're like even. So like right now the lines are pretty even. Now that we have, you know, two brackets, we're gonna go ahead and go to the tail portion. I just like to, you know, envision that there is a tail there because I barely have one. As you guys can see, it looks like the tip end of a golf club. All you gotta do honestly is just kind of curve your hand, do a curve shape, and then kind of drag out a little bit. So this is the curve shape, and then you want to drag it out and extend it just a little bit, not too much. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Now comes the trickier part. We're gonna go ahead and do the top portion of the eyebrow. As you guys can see, I'm just kind of following my shape that I somewhat have. Just start from the middle like I always do. I'm just gonna make a nice little line here in the middle section, drag it backwards, and then I'm gonna go to the front. Now you have a line for your brows. Stop there. I don't go to the tail section yet, and I just go to the other side. Moving on to this brow, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Start from the middle. This is what we're looking like right now. Very, very, very crazy. It'll get better, I promise. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the tail section, curving and then just like connecting the dots. So it's like you're playing connect the dots with your eyebrow. All you gotta do is just curve it around. And it's okay if you make them like, you know, thicker than they need to be, because we're gonna clean it up with concealer at the end of the day. And then just fill them in. That is how I like create the shapes of my brows. Just go ahead and curve it over and then connect the line. At this point, you're just gonna be filling them in with the pencil. So I definitely made my eyebrows look really crazy, but we already know that I have the shape and all of that. When we get the concealer around these bad boys, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Like I said, I use LA Girl Pro Concealer. So this is the shade Beautiful Bronze and this is the shade Toffee. I use Beautiful Bronze, which is more so my skin tone shade. So I use that for like the top of my brow, and then I use a mixture of both for underneath my eyebrow. I just like to put it on the back of my hands, warm it up and everything like that. Taking the concealer brush, we're gonna carve out the bottom first. To look for this portion, you just gotta have good hand control. I'm gonna start in the middle here, put a dot, put that little, you know, line there for the concealer right there. Move the concealer towards the front, clean everything up. Drag the product down. Just make sure that you're steady with everything. That's when I just go and like blend some of the product, or drag some of the product downward. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyebrow. like both the bottom, like the bottom section of the brows like nice and carved out. For the top section, I just like to use the skin tone shade. Go to the top part of my eyebrow. I will always start in the middle, and I will just make a stamp right in the middle part of my brows. So right there. Then I'm just gonna move forward in a light motion. Just keep checking to see if it looks straight. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward. And right there you have like a nice carved out section like at the top right there. We're just gonna go to the back portion, which is where people get messed up. You just make sure that you're like dragging the product and keeping a steady hand. Go as slow as you need to go, okay? Eyebrows should never be rushed. I'm sorry, because sometimes it just comes out really bad when it is. For the tail portion, you just want to make sure that you're doing the same technique. So curving around with your hand, look to see if you have any mistakes or anything. Keep curving it around. Make sure you keep that shape in mind that you had, so that nice tail portion is like pointed and it looks really nice and neat. This is what the finished eyebrow like shape looks like on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. Going in with the slanted eyebrow brush and the Warrior 2 by Juvia's palette, I'm gonna just go into this shade right here. I'm going to be adding it to my eyebrows to kind of just darken them just a little bit. And also fill in like sparse areas in the center. So I just take my brush and I fill in the areas that I messed up at. And it just glides right over it. It covers up any like, you know, areas that you put too much concealer. So now that I added the powder onto my brows, you can kind of see that it just added a little bit more of a darker, you know, fuller look to my eyebrows. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my spoolie. So this is the spoolie section. This is my infamous part. I am going to be fading out the front of each brow so that it goes from the light to dark gradient. So I just take the spoolie and I just start from the front section of my brows and I drag it forward. I drag it towards the other eyebrow basically. After that, I just go ahead, I go back in and I just drag the product down so that I can basically essentially rub it off. Keep dragging it until it's to your liking. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take this, just like a really big blending brush, and just kind of blend out all the concealer, because we're basically done with like creating the brows, but you don't want to leave like all this concealer like sitting on your eyebrows. Yeah, so we are basically almost done with these brows. I just went ahead and like blended out the concealer and everything. It's still kind of like, you know, sitting on my face because I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. My last, like basically kind of like second to last step is adding some liquid jet black liner to the tail portion of my eyebrows. Not the whole thing, baby. Oh, please do not add it to the whole thing. You will literally like ruin your eyebrows. I just take a little bit and I go to the tail portion, fill out any sparse areas. This is just because like my hair in general is black, so it doesn't make sense for me to have brown eyebrows. Like it doesn't make sense. So I just go back and I add a little bit of the liquid liner. Also, the liquid liner really makes sure that it doesn't like move too much throughout the day. All right, you guys, I just wanted to show you how my brows are looking at the end. I know this can be a little bit dramatic for some people, but this is just how I do my brows. Period. These are the infamous Queen Key eyebrows. Yes, period, poop. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'm gonna come back when everything is all finished, like my face and everything. All right, my kings and queens, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. you are a real one. I appreciate you sticking all the way through this video, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the products, how cheap the products are, all of that. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you thought this video, or if you thought this tutorial was helpful in any way, shape, or form. Don't forget to share it to your auntie, your friends, everybody who has golf club eyebrows. I'm just playing. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel continuously and just being the best family anyone could ever ask for. I love all y'all so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and stay healthy, and stay quarantined. Love you guys so much. Peace out. Bye. These niggas, don't love these niggas, I dust all these niggas.